Guys, I'm pleased to have a special guest here on the phone with me, Katelyn Francis. Katelyn Francis, if you have not seen her videos on Facebook and on YouTube, you got to check them out. We're actually going to have them here. We'll show them throughout this video, and whenever we get done, we'll show the video in its entirety. But you got to see it. Katelyn, welcome to the show.
Hi.
Katelyn, where is home to you? Where are you at right now?
I live right outside of Jefferson City, Missouri.
Okay, Katie's in Missouri. So we've got a couple of states in between us down here in Louisiana with Legally Armed America. First of all, looking at your video, I was impressed when I saw your video online. Actually, one of the guys from the show emailed me and told me I had to take a look at it, and believe me, I was impressed when I saw it. Tell me a little bit about the video, where you were and what the particular competition was that you were competing in.
I was at Fallen Brothers three-gun match, and it's basically you set up a stage and you get to run through it, and they take your time and all of your penalties, and then they add it up, and they score you based on your time and all your penalties put together.
So, and you mentioned penalties, so let's say a penalty, would that be does a miss take from your time?
Yeah, a miss is generally 5 seconds off your time, and like if you don't hit the paper targets with your pistol twice, then that is a penalty. It counts as a miss.
Tell me a little bit about yourself, your background. When did you first become interested in firearms?
I started shooting a .22 single action revolver whenever I was 5, and my dad let me start shooting bigger guns whenever I showed an interest in shooting, and I really liked the bigger guns more than the .22. And then I went to a lot of local pistol matches or local three-gun matches with my dad, and he was really good at it, so I thought that I wanted to try it, and so I bugged him until he would let me.
Well, I'm sure there's not a lot of young girls your age that are bugging their dads to shoot firearms, so I guess that was probably a pretty unique experience for your dad. And I bet it's equally cool to have his daughter out there on the range with him. I know that's got to be pretty cool for both of you to be able to shoot together. Tell me, what are some of the basic rules that you learned at an early age that you still hold on to and you still apply as a young gun user?
Dad always taught me safety rules, and some of the basic ones are that I was supposed to always keep my finger off of the trigger until I was ready to shoot, and that I had to point it in a safe direction and not point it at anybody, and always treat it as if it's loaded, and to keep in mind what's behind your target. So
don't just spray a target is what you're saying?
Yeah, don't go and don't tack a piece of paper to a tree and shoot it if you don't know if there's any houses or people behind that tree.
Okay, so your dad was pretty instrumental in getting you involved in guns and gun safety at a very early age. Was that right?
Yeah, he started me pretty young, me and my sister.
And just for the sake of full disclosure, tell me what your dad does for a living?
My dad is in the National Guard.
So it's nice
He's a marksmanship, and he teaches people how to shoot.
So it's nice to have a dad in that field if you want to be in gun competition, I'd assume.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I imagine that helps a little bit. That's not a luxury I had growing up, I can assure you of that. You're a lucky girl to have that.
Yeah.
So what types of events, first of all, do you compete in? I know you had that three-gun shoot that we saw the video of. Are there other types of events that you shoot in? Any different types that are not like we saw in the video?
Yeah, actually in April I have a shotgun match that I'm going to in Kentucky, and I shoot some of those. And I also shoot local USPSA pistol matches. Well, let me ask you this. Are there very many girls that shoot that are either your age, or are there many females, period, that actually shoot in the competitions you've shot at? There are actually quite a few females. I was surprised that there were so many. But I'm the youngest girl as of last year who shoots three guns. Okay, well, tell me this. What advice would you give a young girl or boy that might be interested in getting involved in three-gun shooting, or any kind of competitive shooting for that matter? That they really need to know how to use the gun, and they really need to learn the safety behind the gun. If you shoot good without being safe, it's kind of a waste of time.
Good advice. Good advice. What's a typical day for you like, Katie? Like, let's say on a day when you're going to be shooting, not a non-shooting day. When you wake up in the morning and you've got something going on that day with firearms, what's a typical day for you like?
I usually practice in the basement dry firing, and I practice loading my shotgun. But it's been too cold here in Missouri lately to go outside, so I'm kind of bummed out about that.
When you're not competing or you're not at the range, what do you do? What do you do in your spare time? Besides guns, what does Katie like to do?
Oh, I like to hang out with my friends, and I play a lot of basketball. I like to paint my nails. Painting my nails is really fun. I know that sounds kind of girly, but
I'm sure there are some girls that can relate to that part of you.
Yeah.
I like to picture Jesus as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.